For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
So family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over a couple of easy and consistent sniping filters for you guys to try out. Now, sniping, in my opinion, is a really good way to make coins right now because the markets are actually up quite a bit, so there's a lot of opportunity to find filters and make pretty good profits based on how the markets are sitting. Now, before we hop into this one, everyone be sure to leave a like down below, and if you're a Noti Gang, drop a Noti Gang comment in the comment section. The support from all you guys who have notifications on for my videos recently has been absolutely awesome, and you guys are literally the engine that fuels this channel and has allowed me to grow so much this year. So I just want to give a huge shout out to those of you that have been really supporting my videos and have been on them super quickly, because it does help the channel so much, and it's been awesome to talk to you guys down below in the comment section basically every single day. So without further ado, let's hop into these methods right here for a couple of pretty nice sniping filters. Now, the first overall grouping that I've really been liking to snipe recently are 90 overall players. Now, the reason why they've been so good is because in the Rookie Premier Exchange set, there's actually a set that requires 5 90+ overall cards, so people have been coming in and buying these 90s, which has actually driven up their price a little bit. Now, when we just filtered down by 90 to 91, it looks like the cheapest ones are selling for around 11.8 thousand coins. When we filter down a little bit more by stuff like Legends, it looks like they're selling on average for closer to around 10,000 coins. I've personally been selling mine at around 9.8k, and I've been able to consistently sell at that price. So I would firstly recommend that you guys check and see the market and see how much the cards are going for before you do make these snipes on your own account. I'm just checking right here, and it looks like they're selling for around 9.9 thousand coins on average, maybe even closer to 10k. So what I'm going to do is, once I have that value and I see how much the 90s are going for, I'm going to subtract 2,000 coins off of that in order to keep a pretty solid profit margin. So when we subtract 2,000 coins, that gives us a number of 8,000 coins, and that essentially means that I'm going to want to try and find my 90 overall players at 8,000 coins or less, and then we can sell them at 10k and make a pretty solid profit when we flip these 90 overall cards. So let's start it off by going through some sniping filters for these. We're going to start it off right here by looking at the Theme Builders 2 filter. This is actually a pretty solid filter. Let's just make sure we are seeing the newest cards. It looks like we are, and it doesn't look like there's any cheap 90s up right now. What I'll do is I'll take a couple of refreshes on this just to see if one gets thrown up at a decent price. We're going to want to try and find them again at 8,000 coins or less based on the math we just did earlier, and I'll take a couple refreshes here, see if I can find a cheap card. If I can't, I'll move on to another filter. So a couple of other filters that I do like for my 90s are going to be flashbacks, veterans, and heavyweights. These are always pretty solid ones to check, just in case someone's put up a cheap card on one of these. I usually don't refresh on these for too long because there's usually not many people putting up cards on these. It's mainly just a quick check to see if there's any 90s that got put up, which we can buy and snipe and make a good profit off of this. It doesn't look like there's actually going to be too many 90s. Now, probably my favorite way to get 90s is to filter down by the NFL draft picks. Again, we want these at 8,000 coins or less, and it looks like there's some selling for around 8.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of refreshes on this filter. This is usually my favorite way to get my 90s for cheap. There's honestly usually quite a ton of activity here, and as you can see on our first refresh, we're going to get JJ Watt at 7.5k. We'll throw him up for around 9.9 thousand coins and make a pretty solid profit. The draft picks filter, though, is easily my favorite way to get these cards for cheap. I've been sniping these basically all day at around the price of like 7.5k on average, and as you can see, one of my JJ Watts that I had actually put up earlier just sold for 8.5k. That was one that we had up for, I think, 9.5, so I'd actually put that one up for a little bit cheaper, but that's actually one of the cards that I had from before that was already selling from some of the sniping I was doing off camera. As you can see, we were able to get another one right here at a good deal. I believe we got this one at about 7.5k. So again, a really easy flip and a really easy way to make coins, and you can actually see that my cards were already selling as we were doing this. That was one of the cards I actually bought and sniped earlier, but again, these cards will, like I was saying, sell at around 9.9 thousand coins, and you'll be able to make a pretty solid profit. So I'll probably take a couple more refreshes here because this filter is looking pretty solid, to be honest with you guys. We found a couple of snipes back to back, and it's all about patience. As you can see, another refresh and we're able to get CJ Mosley. These are just coming off the shelves really quickly, and we're able to get these snipes very, very easily, and we're basically profiting close to 2,000 coins on each each of these cards that we buy, and we're getting them almost every other refresh, so we're getting some really good consistency, just putting them up for 9.9k. It's really important that you guys do take a look and see how much these cards are going for before you start sniping. So yeah, like I was saying, if the prices have changed, you're gonna need to adjust the amount you buy them at, and essentially just see how much they're going for, subtract 2,000 coins, and that's essentially how much you're gonna want to buy them at. We're basically getting these snipes on every single refresh right now. This is literally a gold mine. This is almost 2,000 coins per card of profit that we're getting, and it doesn't get much easier than this. Almost every single refresh we're finding cards. People are just posting them up for cheap, and we're able to take advantage. Another one up for 7.5, two more up for 7.5. You guys can see how good of a sniping filter this is. This is just absolutely crazy. We don't even have to have any patience. We can get these on almost every single refresh, and I gotta start going faster because we have more cards that we're gonna need to get. And again, basically every single card we get right here is profitable by around 2k, so a really easy sniping filter. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, be sure to leave a like down below. I'll take a couple more refreshes on this filter, and then we'll just move on to a couple of other ones, just so I can actually show you guys the other ones, but it doesn't look like I even need to show you guys anything more, because these 90s are just coming in hot off the shelf at around 7.5 thousand coins each time. We're flipping them for around 9.9, making a pretty solid profit. The cards aren't going to sell immediately when you post them up. That's one thing that I do need to note. They're really only going to sell when they have around 15 to 20 minutes left on them, because that's when they're going to show up on the original filter when we were just on the 90 to 91 filter, and that's what a lot of people are just going to do. They're just going to look by 90 to 91, and they're just going to buy the cheapest card they see up there because they need to complete the set, and that's going to be one of our cards, which is hopefully going to be showing on that filter. It's also important that you guys only put 1 hour on your cards, because again, they're only going to sell when they have around 20 minutes left on them, so you want that point where they get 20 minutes left on them to come as quickly as possible. So let's show you guys a couple other filters for these 90s. We're also going to take a look at Legends. Legends is usually pretty solid. Obviously, it's not as good as the draft picks filter. That draft picks filter was just absolutely money, and when I'm on the Legends filter, I'm going to have to filter it down by all offense and all defense, so we're going to do that right here. And we'll see if there's any cheap cards up, as it doesn't look like there's going to be any cheap ones on the offensive side of the ball. Let's check out defense real quick, and then we'll move on to the next filter in today's video. Let's just quickly take one more look back at the draft picks. I don't want to miss out on any other snipes. We'll just quickly see if there's any ones up here. If there are not, we'll move on to the other filter for today's video, as it looks like there's going to be some up at 7.9. I don't know if I'll buy at 7.9. That's a little bit, I mean, that's too close to our price range. We are finding them at 7.5. It's not worth my time to buy at 7.9. Let me show you guys the next filter that I want to talk about in today's video. So the next filter is going to be dying 93 overall rookie premier players, and we're just going to be able to flip them basically immediately and make a pretty solid profit. Now, I do want to note a couple of things when it comes to these rookie premier cards. Right now, when I'm recording this, there isn't enough activity in the auction house, or there isn't as much activity in the auction house as I would like. So that makes it a little bit harder to snipe these 93s based on how it's sitting right now. When I go by newest, I am seeing the newest cards. Ideally, when you're just on this 92 to 93 rookie premier filter, you actually don't want to see the newest cards. I'll explain why in just a second, and I'll explain how it works if you're not seeing the newest cards in just a second. But basically, I'm buying these cards at 25,000 coins or under, and I'm flipping them at around 28k. At 28k, these cards are going to sell pretty consistently. We might actually have to go closer to like 27.6, but all I'm going to do is take some refreshes on this filter and see if we can find any cards up for 25,000 coins or under that we can flip and make a pretty small profit. It's not going to be a huge profit when you're doing this, but look how much activity there is on this filter. Basically, every single refresh, we're getting a new card posted up, and we're just waiting for someone to post it at under 25k. There's a lot that are getting posted at just over 25. Let's see if someone posts one under 25. If that happens, we'll buy it quickly, we'll snipe it, and we'll make a quick profit off of that. So let's see if that happens. If not, I also want to explain what happens if you're not seeing the newest cards here. So if you're not seeing the newest cards and you go by newest, and let's say there's like 55 minutes on these cards, that means you're not seeing the newest ones. And basically, if that's the case, there's actually a really good opportunity to make a profit, because what's going to happen is people are still going to be buying the cheapest players here. They're still going to be buying the cards they see right off the bat, but what you can do is you can just filter it down by all offense and all defense, and that will show you the actual newest cards. And once you get to that filter, then you should be seeing some really easy snipes, which you should be able to make some good profits off. Unfortunately, right now we are seeing the newest cards on this regular filter, so that's going to make it a little bit more challenging to find snipes. But ideally, if you guys are looking at this maybe on the weekend, if they refresh these rookie premier packs, there's going to be some opportunities for you guys to definitely make some coins. Now, I also just want to quickly note, if you guys have not opened up your rookie premier packs in the store, please go do that right now with coins. If you have the coins to open these packs, these are so lucrative right now. When we take a look at their prices, the Rookie Premier packs are actually costing you 25,000 coins, and they guarantee you one of those cards that we were just seeing on the auction house. So for opening up this packs, you can just sell the Rookie Premier card that you get at 27k, and that's even going to be a snipe. That's going to make you a profit alone, but otherwise, you're still going to have the opportunity to pull other elites. I think you're guaranteed to pull other elites from it. I believe you're guaranteed like an 85 plus as well out of that pack, so you guys are basically going to profit every single time you open that. So I would definitely recommend you guys do that, because we're trying to find these cards up for 25k, but you can guarantee you get them for 25k out of that pack right there. So if you have not opened up all those packs, you should be able to open up 20 of them, I believe. Open them all up with coins. You'll profit off of literally every single pack you open up. But for now, we're going to take a look and see if there's any cards up for 25k. It's not looking like there are. If you guys do want to take a look at this filter, you definitely can. I would probably prefer to do it like I was saying if the packs get refreshed, because if they get refreshed, there's going to be even more cards posted up on this filter, and you guys will be able to take advantage of that by going by all offense and all defense. Unfortunately, at the time I'm recording this, that is not the case. So let's just quickly go back to our favorite filter for today's video, just to see if we can get a couple more snipes to end off the vid. Essentially, all I'm doing with the first filter, just to recap, is we're taking a look at how much the 90 to 91s are selling for right off the bat by taking a look at this filter right here, because a lot of people will literally just filter it down by this and buy the cheapest card they see. It looks like right now they're at around 12k. I'm assuming that that's not actually how much they're actually going for. Maybe people won't buy at this price, but people will be just filtering it down a little bit, maybe just by all offense, and they'll just be buying the cheapest card they see. And when we go by all offense, it looks like they're selling it around 10k. So we subtract 2,000 coins, get that down to 8,000 coins, and when we get to that price, that's essentially how much we're going to want to buy our cards at. As you can see, the Tony Gonzalez did close right there at around 10.8 thousand coins. So all I'm going to do is go by the NFL draft picks filter, and we're going to take a look and see if we can get any of these cards up for cheap. We want them at 8,000 coins or lower, and we're just going to make a really easy profit every single time we snipe one of these at a price of 8k or lower. We are probably able to snipe like what, 7 or 8 of them in today's video in just a couple of minutes. So really easy profits doing that. We make almost 2,000 coins a profit each time we do get one of them, and it's a really easy way to snipe, and it's also a good way to snipe for beginners, because usually a lot of beginners don't have a ton of patience when they're sniping. But as you guys can see, with these filters, we were getting new cards basically every 2 or 3 times we refreshed. We got on a little bit of a dry spell right here. Doesn't look like there's a lot of them being posted up. Hopefully we can find one more, and then I will probably end off the video. But a couple of really easy filters. You can also again take a look at flashbacks, veterans, heavyweights. I would still recommend you just take a quick look at those in case someone posted up for cheap, because you wouldn't want to miss out on something by just not taking a look. So in case someone posts ones for cheap, it's definitely still worth it. Theme Builders 2 is also solid, just in case someone posts ones for cheap, right? Because if there is someone posting a card up for cheap, you're not going to want to miss out on it. But probably my favorite way to get these has been the NFL draft picks filter, and we're just looking for around 8,000 coins or lower. We're going to end one off by getting one for 6.9k, a nice little Juwan James card right there. That's going to profit us close to 3,000 coins. So a very, very easy way to snipe cards, and I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Definitely a really consistent way to get these cards and a really good sniping filter. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Look at JJ Watt already selling at 8.7k. I believe that was one that I posted up at 9.5k earlier. So we probably are making close to 9,000 coins each time we sell these cards after tax. So a pretty solid profit of close to 2k again on each of these. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Don't talk so fast.